What's up, y'all? It is StrawhatYomo again with
Yeah, sure.
Dcentos over here. Oh, wait. Ah,
You're
damn.
not even gonna let me
Yeah,
talk, huh?
ah,
You're not gonna let me talk.
damn.
That's how we doing it,
Ah.
man. That's how we doing it.
One take, one take. That's
One
all we're gonna
take.
do. One take. Go
Shoot,
ahead.
shoot. We got the best show up here. You see what it is? Cyberpunk Edgerunners. That's what we about to talk about. This man, man, I don't. You know what? You want to talk? You want to talk? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
All right.
We're just beefing. We're just
All
beefing,
right. Okay. All right. Chun, we beefing. What's up?
Okay. All
All
right. I feel
right.
like he just called me the
All
N-word,
right. All right.
y'all.
Chun, what's up? What's up, Chun? You
He just
trying to
called
get?
me the
You trying to get zeroed?
the
I.
man called me the man called me N-word.
Uh,
Let me get the Twitch cops on you.
Shit, I'll flatline you. What's up, Chun?
I'm live right now. I'm live right now.
I, Chun. What's up?
But we talking about cyberpunk, your trooms. But yeah, we talking about cyberpunk, y'all. And one thing I gotta say is that the show is not what I expected it to be, especially being a Netflix anime. And after the whole like cyberpunk ordeal, I was like, the show might not be good, you
Mm,
know?
mm,
Um,
mm,
and I was wrong.
mm.
This show was actually really good, and I enjoyed it.
Nah,
Uh, Go
you,
ahead.
you see, hold on. I knew the show was gonna be gas. First of all, because first of all, they got my man Giancarlo,
That's
Gus,
true.
Moff Gideon. He in there, and two Cyberpunk. Now, although the game came out trash, if you did watch a Let's Play of it, because I don't got PlayStation, so I ain't, you know what I'm saying. But I'm watching Let's Plays. But if you did watch the game, right, and you saw the story, the story in the world was always fantastic. So for them to just like make something, like in it, I was like, it's gonna be gold. It's like the equivalent of like Star Wars doing the Mandalorian. You know what I'm saying? Like Star Wars already got an interesting universe. You just got to make your own story inside of it, which is what they did here. So you know what I'm saying? I knew it was gonna be gas.
Yeah, I didn't watch anything with Cyberpunk. All I just knew was that the game came out buggy and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, all right, I wasn't expecting too much. And it's a Netflix anime. And let's be honest, Netflix doesn't have the best track record when it comes to anime. So
Mm,
that's why like my expectations were overall, when it comes to Netflix original anime, they are not good.
Great Pretender, dog.
Well, yeah, that's one. Name me five.
Cyberpunk.
That's two.
Uh,
That's Netflix original.
let me get back to you on that one.
Exactly. So, like I was saying, Netflix now has two good ones under their belt. And Cyberpunk, I gotta say, it's a good show. So the show starts off with our main character, David, who basically is lower class. He's poor, basically. And he stays with his mom, single parent.
Mm. It's mom
And
Gloria. She Dominicano. Y'all need to know
yes,
that.
yep. And they live in this city full of crime and like drugs and everything. So that's the kind of environment this guy's going to, and he's going to school as well too, and he's being bullied on it.
Hmm.
So bully because of his class per
Yeah,
se. So it's interesting how they build up this world and everything. And also, this show is made by Studio Trigger. So
yeah.
that was also interesting as well too. Studio Trigger got some good anime under their belt, and this is one of them as well too. So yeah, so we have David who's living up in this crime filled world, and he stumbles upon this kind of technology that his mom had picked up from a crime scene, you know, and he decides to use it for himself because people are bullying him, picking on him, thinking that he's weak or whatever. And he uses it for himself. And then from then on, we kind of go on this like roller coaster adventure with David and his whole, adventure
All right,
with,
hold on,
the
Chun. Hold
city.
on, Chun. Hold on, Chun. No, 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 no. Now we gotta get Cyberpunk justice. All right, we gotta get the show justice. All right. First of all, this man, this man Gloria, all right, was driving David home. All right,
Oh
driving
yeah.
driving David home. All right, from school because this man tried to hack the system because he's poor. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody had the PDF. And this man had a dot he had like a he had a ghetto PDF, and the PDF wasn't working. Basically, he got in trouble in school, right? He was driving home with his mother, all right? Crime scene, guns blasting, accident. Next thing you know, he lying on the floor, slumped to the ground. He see his mom outside, slump. His mom losing her life, dies on a cold pavement. The hospital, the doctor's like, we can't save her. What you gonna do? You got money? He said he broke. Well, we gonna give her the funeral package. Now my man gotta go back to his apartment. All he has left of his mother is his mother's jacket. The what was it? Well, it's like a yellow life jacket. That's all he got. All right. That's all the Troom got. He put that on. All right. In there, you know what I'm saying? He finds the well the Sylvester stand or whatever it's called. It's the Robo Exo Spinal Skeleton joint that he puts on himself. He gets the Rip Dot to put it on him. He's like, "Yo, Choom, put this on me. I need a chrome up." You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they call everybody who get the metal on them. You got to chrome up. He does
Mm-hmm.
that, right? You know what I'm saying? Goes to his school. You feel me? Beats up the kid that was bullying him. I think he did that. Yeah, he beats up the
Yeah.
kid that's bullying him, and then he leaves. He escaped town. He said, "You know what I'm saying? This place not even for me." He like he like you know everybody is Chris. You know how Chris went to a all white school. You remember how he did that, and nobody like
Mm-hmm.
him. He like he
Mm-hmm.
an outsider. You know what I'm saying? He an outsider, so he left. You know what I'm saying? By himself, no rent, no money. Mom dead, sitting in the crib. What he gonna do? And that's where and that's where we start. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He meet Lucy. You know what I'm saying? Lucy, the white haired John. All right. He meet her on the train. He say, "What's up? You look good, mommy." It's like, nah, he didn't say that. But all right. Let me stop. Let me stop. Uh, yeah,
This
but
man's gonna tell you the whole story.
let me stop. I'm sorry. His
I
back
was gonna give a little snippet.
his backstory is important. Like that beginning scene is important because you gotta understand that his mom died and he has no other route to turn. Basically, basically his mom, although she worked as an EMT, she was also like a smuggler, right, to get money for school for David because she wanted him to have a better life. And basically, he meets Lucy, and you know they start on basically they start stealing whatever chips from people's back of their head, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they had like this pseudo love thing. And Lucy's like, you know what I'm saying? Come back to the apartment. And he said, all right, shorty. You know what I'm saying? He'll go back to the apartment, set up. Next thing you know, you meet the rest of the crew is Maine, Becca, Kiwi, Pilar, Doria. And they're like, and Maine is like, hey, my man, why you got that chrome on your spine? And
Mm-hmm.
he said, you know what I'm saying? Uh, my mom's had it. You know what I'm saying? I had to put it on. I had to chrome up. And Maine was like, hey, little bro, who your mother? He said, Gloria, she dead. And they was like, oh, man, Gloria dead? Well, you're not supposed to take my chrome. And Dave said, you know what? Let me work for you. Let me put in some work. And he joined the gang. That's the premise of this show.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna let you take it. I'm gonna let you take it. I just gotta do my man David justice.
All
That's all I'm
right,
saying.
all right. So one thing I gotta say is that the show wasn't what I expected it to be, you know. Um it was Studio Trigger really went out of their way when it came to like the action scenes, the character design, the world building and everything. Like I really did like enjoy the show, you know. I came in there with low expectations and it was actually really good. And one thing I gotta say is that the characters is one of the highlights I have of the show because I like David. I liked everybody that was on there. Becca. And fun fact, apparently Becca wasn't really originally supposed to be in the show, but I guess like when they sent the script to Studio Trigger
Mm-hmm.
it came back with an added character, which was Becca. And they were like,
Mm.
I don't know about that, but it ended up working out pretty well. Where I'm seeing a lot of people like I'm seeing more people talk about Becca than Lucy, you
Yeah,
know?
you're right.
So it shows that that was a good idea that they give them creative freedom. But overall, like the show was really good. It was. the characters, like I said again, like I felt like I was part of the gang. Like I love the little like episodes you were getting with the gang, you know, getting along together and everything, like the little hijinks that they used to do. Like I
Yeah.
thought that was really good. And it was very hard to watch seeing the gang like slowly
Yeah.
get separated, you know, one by one, you know,
Hmm.
this person's dying, this person's dying. And then finally we get to that last episode where you're like, yo, what's happening, you
Yeah.
know? And they really know how to show and build like suspense
Hmm.
for these characters, especially for like David and Maine, because they were going through that disease for having too much chrome on them,
Yeah.
you know?
Cyberpsychosis. Yeah.
Cyberpsychosis, yeah. And then they were saying like once you have a certain amount, you can't come back. Like that's it, you
Hmm.
know? And just seeing how these characters and like how it was portrayed in the show was just so like really good. Like I
Yeah.
really did enjoy the
Yeah.
show.
And I think to describe this show, I would say it's a combination between like a comic got killed and take a comic got killed, you know what I'm saying, that gang and then take like Netflix's Arcane and like put them together and you just might get this show. I think the gangs uh I guess like relationship was very interesting to see how they all got together. But for me, because I could talk about this show forever. I could talk about all the scenes, but to me, I think it's episode 5 or 6 is like, to me, that's one of the most powerful scenes in the show where you have Maine, because Maine basically took in David. And I think maybe Maine at the end of the day felt some type of responsibility because that was Gloria's son. And you could really tell that David looked up to Maine as a, maybe not like a father figure, but definitely like a big brother, and how to
Yeah.
and how to work and how to move around the world. Like Maine taught David everything that he knew. And one of the things about David was that he didn't want to become, he didn't want to like kill people. Like killing people was like his like one thing he didn't want to do. And under
Mm-hmm.
Maine, I guess like like Maine kind of showed her all the killing, and Maine kind of guided him. But uh, eventually, as you were saying, Maine got cyberpsychosis and he started to lose it.
Mm-hmm.
And that final scene, right, where Maine is going cyberpsychosis, and I think I don't know if it's Militech or the whatever crew is coming to get them, like they're coming towards Maine, coming to get him. Doria dies, and Maine is just sitting there, and he's getting like flashbacks of his past. And I think in the past, Maine was like a runner because they just showed him like running in the
Yeah,
sand,
yeah.
something like that. And he used to have dream and ambitions, but you could see him uh, debating his life. And what is hard about that scene is David, because David, he rushes back to Maine and he's standing next to him and he's holding a gun in his hand and he's like, "Yo, man, this is not the end. We're gonna get out of this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't worry. We're gonna be okay." And man just like, "Nah, dog, my time has come, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
yours." And what's crazy is David is shaking, not with the gun in his hand like this, never really killing anyone. And Maine puts his hand on him and was like, "Nah, I got this." And then they show up, you know, guns start blasting, and David has to disappear. And like from that point on, David now has like he's now shouldering two burdens, almost like his mother's burden. How his mother wanted him to be great, and also he has to take on like the burden that Maine had, to lead the crew, and to So I think that scene was like really powerful just to see, because basically David lost a big brother, so that
Yeah.
was one of my favorite scenes of the show. And of course, they got the relationship with the rest of the crew, which I wouldn't say was as strong, but I think another important character in the crew was Becca, because Becca was always cared about David in a
She
way.
did.
Yeah, she really cared about him. Like obviously David was in love with Lucy and they were in a relationship, but Becca was always there. She was kind of like that third wheel who kind of kept things
Yeah.
together and who could really tell like, yo, like David, like I understand what you're going through, but you don't look okay. This, that, and the third. So, I really like all the aspects of the crew, and I guess like, you know, I guess kind of going into like the villain side of things, right? because at the end of the day, David and his crew, they're just guys seeking odd jobs to make money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they want to use David because he can, stand a Sylvester stand or whatever that thing is called on his back, and you
Yeah.
know, Faraday, and just like this whole thing with Faraday and his plot to get Arasaka and Militech to go against each other so he can move up in the ranks. And there's also this plot with Lucy and how like she used to be like an expert hacker for this foreign country, this, that, and the third. So I don't know, like there's a lot going on in the second half. But I really like how it all comes together.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was really a really great and just like beautiful show. Dude, what else is there? What else is there to even say? Like the OST was fire.
Yeah, I thought everything was just really great about it. They had everything. Even the betrayal. Like I didn't see that coming. One of the members in the crew,
Oh yeah, Kiwi.
betrayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kiwi betrayed, and I was like, wow, I didn't see that coming. And also like the build up, finding out like what Lucy saw. When she hacked into that guy. You're like, why is she acting this way? And then everything's revealed.
Hmm.
I did like that, and like the final fight, just seeing David like he's losing his mind. And
Hmm.
throughout that little fight he's having with everybody, he's like just thinking about his time, with his mom and with the crew and everything. And that one just really just hit. And I thought that 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 final fight where he was fighting Adam, what's his name? Adam
Smasher.
something. Adam Smasher. I didn't realize this guy is also like a actual person in the
Oh
game,
yeah, he's the final boss in the game.
Okay, yeah, I didn't realize he's the final boss in the game. I was hoping that Dave's gonna get rid of him like right then and there, or they're both gonna die or something. I didn't think that David was gonna lose. Like he really didn't do anything to him. The
Mhm.
guy just kind of overpowered him, and I was just like in shock, especially seeing Becca die as well too.
Yeah.
Like that, I was not expecting all that. The only guy that got away was that guy who can
Uh,
drive
I
and
think his name
Lucy.
was Falco.
Yeah, Falco. And I
Yeah.
was like, well, it makes me when I saw all that happen, I was like, now this makes me want to play the game, you
Hmm.
know? It makes me actually want to explore the story and learn more about the characters
Hmm.
and the world itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, like if they had came out with that before the game, I think I would have been sold, honestly.
Yeah. And yeah. I mean, we could talk about how tragic Becca's death was and how it was like very sudden. Because I
Mm-hmm.
at least thought like at least like Becca would be alive. I knew Dave was gonna die, but I was like Becca and Lucy they could at least be together. But I guess basically everyone from the original crew died except Lucy and Falco,
Falco.
as we were saying. But I think I one thing that doesn't I guess like get talked about as much when we review show like this is just like the supporting part. And what I mean about that is like the voice acting, um,
Yeah.
the OST, you know, that soundtrack that they play at the very end where Lucy is on the moon. And I don't even remember the name of the song, but you know the song where they're on the moon and they play that.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to look this joint up, but they're playing that soundtrack, and they're Lucy's having flashbacks of kind of her time with David, and she goes up in tears. Like to me, that's like a very powerful moment. So to oh yeah, it's called I Really Want to Stay at Your House. But like that's a
Yeah.
but like because that song is actually in the original game, but to have that song and place it there in that moment just makes it so much more powerful.
Yeah.
And I think the like I said, the language, chum. It
Yeah.
means
I
like
like the little like yeah,
yeah,
like
it
they
means
kind of had their own
it
language and
means
world. I like that.
exactly it means like brother or something like that. They have flatline or zero. That means like basically kill.
Mm-hmm.
They have like nova, which means lit. So it's like
Yeah.
so there was like all like these little lingo, and so it kind of makes like the world feel alive, and like these characters like feel like really unique, and they're just such like great emotion.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the main voice actor and Faraday. I mean, because Giancarlo he
Yeah.
always
Oh
does a good
yeah.
job. So I mean, he played the villain really well, and it was just all around just fantastic, bro. This show is Netflix has another banger. I
Yeah.
don't know if this is better than Arcane, but it to me. This is like this is one of the best shows I've seen probably this year. To be honest, one of the best.
Yeah, I had to give it a solid nine, honestly.
Hmm.
A solid nine. Like this show is really good, you know. So I I can't hate it. I
Yeah,
can't hate it at all.
I would have to give it a nine as well. I don't think it's perfect. I think maybe what would make this better is probably maybe a little bit longer. I'd say
Yeah,
maybe like 13 episodes ish. I think would have been
yeah,
good. I feel I feel like it was strong. It started off very strong. I'm like up to Maine's death, I really liked it. Like in the middle, it kind of got a little weak and then picked up at the end. I think maybe there was a little bit more character development with the crew. That would have been good because I would have liked to see more Maine, more of a you know Dorio because we didn't see much of her or Pilar because they both kind of die quickly. We didn't get much of them,
yeah,
and just to see like more of their crew's dynamic and I guess like more of David's come up because
yeah,
because like after Main dies, they show him instantly like being the man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because
He's built.
yeah, like because he takes Main's arms, I believe, as like a tribute or whatever. So um like they instantly show that. So it's I wish we could have seen more transition in terms of that, but you know I really like what we got there. I don't know if there's any other like crazy points. Yeah, I don't think it was like crazy deep in that.
Nah.
Um, not as crazy deep as Arcane, but I think it was definitely up there for sure.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. But yeah, that's our thoughts on Cyberpunk, you know. I really did enjoy it. We thought it was really good, so just let us know what y'all think. I think Netflix has another banger, you know.
Hmm.
So let us know what y'all think in the comments down below. But that's our thoughts on Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Hopefully they come out with more. I don't know if they're gonna come out with another anime or something,
Probably not.
uh
Probably
but
not.
yeah, maybe not, maybe not. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I remember the studio behind it said they had some more stuff coming out, like more games and something else,
Hmm.
Cyberpunk. So who knows? You know, there's a lot of world building that you said they can do with the show. So
Yeah.
maybe they can do like a whole nother character, a different one. But that I don't know. I just like the show. I like the world building, and I am now a fan of Cyberpunk. So one of these days I'll eventually play the game. But other than that, like that's all I had to say. Anything else? Are you good?
Uh, all I gotta say is, man, hey yo, Chooms, watch your back.
Mm-hmm.
I
There you
remember,
go.
take a step back.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's all we got. Cyberpunk. Hope y'all appreciate and like the video. And we out. Peace.
Nova.